What? What? What even happened here? Hey guys, Avery with the Rising Ninja here, and today I've put together a rant video because a lot has been on my mind lately, and I want to vent my frustrations out on a group of frauds called the Forbidden Five. I agree with the majority take with Ninjago fans. The Forbidden Five are the worst villains in Ninjago. Actually, no, they're not the worst. Thunderfang is the worst. These guys are just second worst, but they're only better by a slight margin. That's because they're at least built up to. With Thunderfang, he literally is just introduced in the season, no prior build-up. If the entire point was them to be servants to Thunderfang, then why wasn't he mentioned at all? Like, what? Oh my god. For being literal realm conquerors and stated to have powers that no other elemental master can contend with, these guys are frauds. And it's not like they don't live up to their power level and potential. Like, maybe if they're well written, I can get behind that and maybe see some good in these guys. But nope, it turns out they doubled down. They are severely fraudulent and very, very overhyped. Also, they have zero character except Noct and maybe Zarkt and Rox, but that's virtually about it. Drix and Kerr have literally nothing to them personality-wise. It is so frustrating because these guys, literally the entirety of last season was spent building these guys up as threats and very good threats. And the idea for these guys is amazing. A team of 5 elementally powered villains, and it's like a dark parallel to the ninja, and I think that's really, really cool. But they don't explore that really. They're just kind of mini overlords, just do evil for the sake of evil. They have no motivation, no goals. They're literally just 5 mini overlords, and honestly less interesting overlords, because at least he had a screen presence. What do these guys have? Not much at all. Like, if anything, a lot of them, their screen presence is literally ruined by how much of a freaking stupid or fraudulent they are. They're literally just Thunderfang's little goons or minions. They don't do anything besides just serve whatever his goal is. And if this was the intention, then why'd you hype these guys up and not Thunderfang? Out of all of the 5, Noct is literally the only good one, because he was in Season 2, Part 2, where he actually was very fun and well written, while the rest of these bums only have Season 3, and they suck. It feels like Noct was really the only one they actually cared about in Season 3, because he actually gets moments that are specific to him, such as him fighting Roz in Episode 9, him snickering at Cole during Episode 17. There is a lot of moments that just feel like Noct, and I can say that he actually has identifiable personality traits. You might be able to say that about Rox, but Rox is just stupid. Like, I'm being so serious, Rox is dumb. Like, in Season 2, Part 2, she's betrayed as Smart with her possession as Jordana and basically having to pretend to be like Jordana. She was pretty convincing. Yeah, we all knew that she possessed Jordana. It was a pretty obvious twist, but she still did a decent job, and all the characters in the show, it would make sense. She did a pretty good job, and she was very smart. Here she is just stupid. She asks for the ninja to go to Ninjago, even though she literally could have just gotten Ericor trapped without them being there. And not to mention, instead of killing the ninja with the wishes when she gets Ericor finally, you know what she does? She just decides to be arrogant and gloat. Like, she is so stupid. You have a reality warping Jin on your hands. The best thing you can think of is, hi, now wish for the ninja to admit that the Forbidden Five are their superiors in every way or something like that. Like, seriously, you are stupid. No wonder you lost. You pretty much sold. Big time. Zark has like one line of dialogue in season 2, part 2, and it's about him being impatient, which I guess is a character trait, but like that's really stretching it. Zark seems to be the angry and impatient one of the group, which I think could lead to a lot of story potential. But you know what? They don't use it. And Drix and Kerr, they are literally nothing burgers. They do not do crap. Drix has at least a good fight in episode 8 and does it pretty well in episode 9, but what does Kerr do? Like, name one thing Kerr does. Kerr might be the biggest fraud of the 5. Well, besides Rocks, but Kerr might just be the most nothing burger of the 5. Like, what does she do? She has a power of decay, yet she doesn't choose to just kill all the ninja when she has the chance. No wonder they got their souls stolen. And their defeats are actually laughable. Like, he just falls off a cliff and then evaporates. Like, I'm not even joking. That's literally how he dies. He just falls off a cliff and then, I guess, evaporates, and the 5 just explode as well. Like, what? Like, they just blasted him with one energy focus beam, and then he's gone? Like, dang, bro. You did not... You're kind of a bro. Like, holy You are laughably terrible as a villain if that is your defeat. Like, the Omega, I guess, the tornado creation was dumb, but I mean... Still, at least he... And so, to wrap up this rant, the Forbidden Five suck. Thunderfang is terrible. They are the worst villains in Ninjago history. And they are the main reason Dragons Rising Season 3 kind of fumbled the bag. After a great set of villains in Season 2, these guys are just such a disappointment. And it makes me more sad than anything because of how much potential they had. They easily could have been some of, if not the best Ninjago villains if they were just handled right because of how much potential these guys have. As a dark parallel to the ninja, a team dynamic, and heck, Thunderfang actually has a lot of potential. I really wished he was the 8th source, to be honest. I wish he became an actual source dragon and joined the council. That way there'd be at least some impact to the season. Because this season really just feels like we just have this Thunderfang and Forbidden 5 detour. And sadly, it kind of wastes everything in Season 2. Because you realize all Roz really did is just release these guys. He did win the Tournament of Sources, but he figured out a new way to make dragon icons. And so he does accomplish that. But really, there's no consequence this season. But I will get more in depth to that in my review of the season when that inevitably comes out. Anyways, if you made it this far, then I hope you enjoyed. Because if you didn't, I don't know why you would even make it this far. I know this is a very rambly, unscripted vid, but I just needed to vent my frustrations out. And I thought a good way to do that is to rant about these Halloween costume-looking Lego people. What am I doing with my life? Anyways, stay safe out there and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.